The Hogwarts Express hurtles through the landscape, a streak of scarlet against the green. Inside a compartment, Harry stares out, a calculating glint in his eyes. His hardened gaze reflects the harsh lessons learned at Privet Drive. The passing scenery blurs, mirroring the shift within him. Inside Madame Malkin's, Harry stands still as she adjusts a black robe, surrounded by chattering students and colorful fabrics. The bell above the door announces Draco Malfoy's dramatic entrance, his presence filling the cramped shop. "Mother insisted I get the best," Draco sneers, his eyes scanning Harry with disdain. "You wouldn't want me walking around looking like a pauper, would you?" Draco remarks, adjusting his expensive robes. Harry watches Draco, taking in the platinum blonde hair and the quality of his robes. Harry sees past the surface, contemplating not an enemy but a potential, powerful ally. Inside Madame Malkin's, Harry extends his hand, a gesture hanging in the balance. Harry's voice echoes slightly. "Malfoy, I've heard things." An expectant pause fills the space as Harry proposes, "Perhaps an alliance would be beneficial?" Draco stands silent, his expression unreadable, the weight of Harry's words heavy in the air. The Great Hall is silent, long tables untouched, awaiting the sorting ceremony. Enchanted candles cast an ethereal glow, illuminating the nervous faces of the first years. Professor McGonagall, stern and composed, stands before the legendary Harry. A hush falls as the ancient sorting hat is gently placed upon Harry's head. Magic crackles in the air, the fate of a legend hanging in the balance. Darkness gathers, whispers echo, shaping a mindscape where thoughts materialize and choices ignite. The sorting hat's voice, ancient and knowing, pierces the gloom. "Brave, yes, but ambitious. Gryffindor would suit you well," the hat declares, its spectral presence looming. Harry's voice, resolute and echoing, shatters the suggestion. "No, I need power." Defiance hardens his features, a thirst for control burning in his eyes. "I choose Slytherin," he proclaims, sealing his fate with unwavering resolve. In the echoing Great Hall, the sorting hat proclaims, "Slytherin." A pregnant silence hangs heavy as Draco rises, his expression unreadable. Slow, deliberate applause begins, shattering the stillness, each clap resonating with hidden intent. Snape's face betrays a flicker of surprise, quickly masked by his usual stoicism. Dumbledore's eyes, usually twinkling with mirth, now hold a hint of concern. Green flames flicker in the Slytherin common room, casting eerie shadows on the cold stone walls. Harry stands awkwardly, surrounded by unfamiliar faces, each gaze sharp and assessing. Draco smirks, a glint of amusement in his eyes, as he gestures towards a tall, dark-skinned boy. "Harry, this is Blaise Zabini," Draco announces, his voice laced with a hint of challenge. Blaise's dark eyes meet Harry's, a silent evaluation passing between them as Draco continues. "Blaise, meet Harry Potter!" In the dim Slytherin dormitory, Harry lies awake, his gaze fixed on the ceiling, lost in thought. His mind races, replaying recent events, a storm of ambition brewing within him. A resolve hardens in his eyes, a silent vow forming in the depths of his soul. "I will not be weak," Harry thinks, his voice echoing in the silent chamber. "I will not be a pawn," he concludes, his declaration hanging in the air like a dark promise. Harry sits alone at the Slytherin table, a solitary figure amidst the bustling Great Hall. The hall buzzes with vibrant energy, yet Harry remains isolated, lost in his thoughts. Ron Weasley storms toward Harry, his face flushed crimson with anger and betrayal. "You're one of them now, a slimy Slytherin," Ron accuses, his voice echoing through the hall. Harry's gaze pierces Ron, his eyes glinting with cold indifference in the echoing Great Hall. "You mistake gratitude for strength, Weasley," Harry says, his tone sharp and unfamiliar. "I intend to set the table, not just eat at it," Harry declares, his words hanging heavy in the air. Ron is visibly stunned, the sting of Harry's unexpected cruelty etched across his face. Snape's piercing glare intensifies the simmering tension in the potions classroom, where the air is heavy with unspoken animosity. As the class empties, Snape's gaze remains fixed on Harry, a silent challenge hanging in the air. Snape's voice cuts through the quiet, laced with venom. "What game are you playing, Potter?" His eyes narrow, a cruel twist to his lips as he finishes. "Your mother's eyes ill suit you," Harry meets Snape's intense gaze across the potions classroom, an unspoken challenge hanging in the air. Snape's expression shifts subtly, a flicker of intrigue crossing his face as he assesses Harry's intellect. Harry's voice cuts through the silence, raw with determination. "I know nothing of my mother, but I know what my father did to you," Harry continues, his words laced with both defiance and understanding. Harry declares with fierce resolve, "Teach me, and I will learn to understand my enemies." In the dimly lit office, Snape's towering figure casts a long shadow, the air thick with unspoken tension. His voice resonates, laden with the weight of profound, hidden knowledge, as he prepares to teach Harry. The room transforms into a silent battleground, a stage for the psychology of power to unfold. Snape's intense gaze pierces through the shadows, challenging Harry to confront the depths of his own mind. "Magic is a physical act, Potter," Snape declares, his words echoing in the stillness. "True power lies in controlling the minds and hearts of others," he finishes, a chilling truth hanging in the air. Inside the Slytherin common room, shadows dance as Harry discovers Tom Riddle's diary, its presence a silent enigma. Instead of fear, curiosity sparks in Harry's eyes as he reaches out, drawn to the diary's dark allure. He picks up the diary. Its cover is worn, whispering tales of secrets and forgotten lore. Harry examines the diary, his fingers tracing the aged leather, a silent question forming in his mind. The diary seems to pulse with a hidden energy as Harry holds it, unaware of the darkness it contains. In the mindscape, Harry confronts Tom Riddle, whose spectral form shimmers with ambition and a lust for power. Riddle's eyes gleam as he declares, "I will take your power." Harry's unwavering gaze pierces Riddle's facade, challenging him with a question born of defiance and curiosity. "How did you gain yours? Through fear, or through the desire to be believed?" Candlelight flickers, casting eerie shadows on the Slytherin common room's stone walls. Harry hunches over a desk. Tom Riddle's diary lies open, its secrets beckoning. His brow furrows, but his eyes hold no fear, only a burning, dangerous curiosity. He traces the faded ink, each letter a whisper from the past. He leans into the diary's darkness, embracing the secrets it holds within. A dangerous decision solidifies within him. He will learn from it, no matter the cost. Sunlight floods the charms classroom as dust motes dance in the air, illuminating the eager faces of young witches and wizards. With a sly grin, Harry effortlessly casts the levitation charm, sending a feather soaring, defying gravity with a flick of his wand. Admiration washes over the faces of his classmates, their eyes following the feather's ascent with wonder and envy. A calculating glint sharpens his gaze, revealing the cunning nature beneath the surface of the celebrated hero. Sunlight bathes the herbology classroom as Harry stands before Professor Sprout, a peculiar plant held delicately in his hands. So, the mandragora's scream is well known. But what about the whispering willow herb? Harry asks, brow furrowed in thought. Professor Sprout responds, its leaves can enhance one's hearing, making it invaluable for auras. Harry's curiosity deepens as he inquires, and this pufferpod? Is there a way to control the blast? Sprout explains, by carefully regulating the temperature, one can induce a gentle release of seeds. Professor Sprout praises Harry. Your willingness to learn, Harry, is truly commendable. In the silent library, moonlight paints long shadows, spotlighting Hermione's petrified form. Harry stands frozen, but a calculating glint replaces panic in his eyes. His gaze sweeps across the scene, dissecting every detail under the moonlit arches. The heavy silence amplifies the intensity of his thoughts. He searches for a logical explanation, his mind racing against the stillness. Each shadow seems to hold a clue, each book a potential answer to the mystery. In the Chamber of Secrets, dust hangs heavy as Harry confronts Tom Riddle. Ginny lies still, a fragile figure against the vastness. Harry moves with purpose, his determination solidifying as he kneels beside Ginny, his touch gentle, yet urgent. He frees Ginny from Riddle's grasp, a surge of relief washing over his face as her eyes flutter open. Instead of destroying the diary, Harry's grip tightens, a plan forming behind his determined gaze. Harry carefully takes possession of the diary, its dark energy palpable as it pulses in his hand. His eyes narrow with resolve, the diary a weapon and a secret clutched tightly in his grasp. Dusty bookshelves spiral upwards in Dumbledore's office, Bathed in the ethereal glow of enchanted candles, Dumbledore sits, a figure of immense power, his expression grave as he observes Harry. Harry stands before Dumbledore, the silence amplifying the weight of unspoken truths. To destroy an enemy without understanding them is to be unprepared for the next, Harry declares. Dumbledore's eyes, usually twinkling with amusement, are now clouded with a deep, unsettling concern. A heavy silence descends, filled with the gravity of Harry's ominous words and Dumbledore's apprehension. At the forest's edge, Sirius Black emerges, a silhouette against the ancient, watchful trees. Harry observes, his gaze calculating, strategic. Sirius isn't a savior, but a pawn. The weight of choices hangs heavy as Harry assesses Sirius, a potential weapon. The game unfolds, and Sirius is but a piece in Harry's intricate, dangerous strategy. Moonlight paints eerie shadows as Harry stands tensely in the forbidden forest, the scent of damp earth heavy in the air. Sirius approaches cautiously. "I know this is difficult, Harry, but I need you to understand what's at stake," Harry retorts, his voice sharp with grief. "I understand perfectly. Voldemort's back. It's about family," Sirius says softly. "Your father. James was one of the best men I ever knew." The Great Hall is electric, buzzing with hushed excitement as students await the Triwizard Tournament announcement. Dumbledore approaches the Goblet of Fire, his presence commanding the eager crowd into a breathless silence. Blue flames erupt from the goblet, spitting out a single slip of parchment. Like a magical prophecy, Dumbledore catches the parchment, his expression unreadable, holding the fate of one student in his hand. "Harry Potter," Dumbledore announces, his voice echoing through the hall, sparking disbelief and confusion. A stunned silence descends, broken only by shocked glances, as the impossible becomes reality. The Quidditch pitch vibrates with roaring excitement as Harry stands awkwardly, the center of unwanted attention. He fidgets with his Triwizard badge, a symbol of his reluctant participation, a stark contrast to the crowd's adoration. Despite his discomfort, the masses are enthralled, their gazes fixed on the boy champion. The air crackles with anticipation, every eye drawn to Harry, as if he holds the key to untold wonders. Under the scorching sun, beads of sweat glisten on Harry's brow as he prepares to face the dragon. With swift, decisive action, Harry uncorks the vial, the fate of the challenge hanging in the balance. He throws the potion, a desperate gambit against the monstrous beast. The dragon roars, stunned by the sudden attack, as Harry's intellect shines. Under a sky heavy with dread, a chilling wind whispers through the ancient, gnarled trees of the cemetery. Voldemort appears, a silhouette of menacing power against the pale moonlight, his presence a suffocating darkness. Harry is seized, his struggle futile against the dark forces that drag him towards the looming figure. Before Voldemort, Harry is forced to his knees, the cold earth a stark reminder of his vulnerability. Voldemort's command slices through the night. "Kneel." Amidst the solemn expanse of the cemetery, Harry stands firm, his tall figure a stark silhouette against the horizon. His hands are clenched, knuckles white, as the wind howls around him, carrying whispers of rain and memories. "My parents didn't kneel. Neither will I," he declares, his voice resonating with defiance against the elements. "You rule with fear. Fear is temporary. I will build something lasting," he vows, his gaze burning with resolve. In the chaotic swirl of Priori Incantatem, ghostly figures begin to coalesce from the ether, their forms shimmering in the dim light. Harry's parents materialize, their translucent smiles reaching out, offering a ghostly embrace across the veil. Snape appears, his spectral face etched with conflicted emotions, a haunting echo of past allegiances. The chilling visage of Tom Riddle from the diary emerges, a spectral reminder of the darkness that once gripped them all. In Dumbledore's dimly lit office, shadows dance across his face, a grave expression etched deep within his eyes. The air hangs heavy with unspoken truths as Dumbledore breaks the silence. "War is coming, Harry," Harry retorts, his voice resolute. "That is your war, Professor. Black and white. The world is grey." Harry's eyes flash with determination. "I will build a third way," he declares, a promise hanging in the air. Pale light reveals a grimy bathroom as Draco, shoulders shaking, is consumed by distress. The weight of his dark task killing Dumbledore crushes him as he hunches over the sink. Unseen, Harry enters. His spell falters as he witnesses Draco's bloodied face and arms. Harry recalls Snape's countercurse, a glimmer of hope amidst the grim scene. Harry's determination hardens, a resolve to use what he has learned to try to help Draco. In Myrtle's bathroom, Harry stands firm, his determination a stark contrast to the cold, damp tiles. Draco hesitates, a storm of conflicting emotions swirling within as he contemplates the monumental decision before him. Harry's voice cuts through the silence. Your father sees you as a pawn. I see you as an ally. The choice is yours. Draco makes his choice. Hogwarts descends into chaos as three factions collide in a storm of magic and mayhem. Voldemort's Death Eaters unleash dark curses, their masks hiding merciless intent. Dumbledore's army stands defiant, wands blazing with protective spells against the encroaching darkness. Harry's Grey Guard emerges, employing unconventional tactics amidst the brutal ballet of magic. Harry stands tall in the Great Hall, his gaze sweeping over the assembled Grey Guard. His voice echoes with steely resolve, filling the ancient hall with unwavering determination. Their war is not ours, Harry declares, his words resonating with defiance. We defend Hogwarts, he proclaims, his voice ringing with authority and love. As its true heir, I have that right, Harry asserts, his eyes blazing with fierce pride. Under the grandiose arch of the staircase, Harry confronts Voldemort, wand raised, ready for a clash of wills. The air shimmers with an unseen energy, a silent battlefield where intellect is the only weapon. Harry's face is set, his eyes burning with determination as he prepares to strike. He shouts, Animus Legatus! His words echo like a thunderclap, challenging the darkness. Voldemort's reaction is unreadable, but the tension is palpable as their minds collide. Eerie, pulsating light fills the grand staircase, magical residue hanging thick in the air. Voldemort, face contorted in agony, collapses, his body spasming weakly on the cold stone. Dumbledore approaches Harry, his expression a complex mix of relief and deep contemplation. You didn't kill him, Dumbledore observes, his voice echoing in the vast space. Harry declares, Death is a gift, Professor. He will live trapped in darkness, a greater justice.